Hey, football fans. There's only a few short weeks left in the season, and we've got some exciting wild card games to look forward to now. Now get on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using code TBC. Love the thrill of live betting? Well, DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code TBC and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code TBC only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
He is the new head coach of the Delaware State Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, Desean Jackson. Welcome, brother.
Congratulations, black man.
Appreciate you, man. Come on, man. Appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's a blessing.
How you feeling first and foremost, brother?
Man, it's surreal, man. Honestly, bro, I'm in a position, man, going through my whole life and my accomplishments, obviously playing at a high level. Since I've been a little kid, from Pop Warner all the way to high school to college and, obviously my NFL career. We in New York right now, so I know a lot of New Yorkers hate me for that punt return.
A little bit.
But it's all good. But, man, honestly, man, full circle to be a head coach in the NFL after retiring 2 years ago, man, it's a surreal feeling, man.
I love seeing brothers like you get these kind of jobs, but it's obvious these gigs aren't for the money because a lot of HBCUs just don't have it. So what is the motivation?
Man, honestly, man, it's to change young kids' lives, man. Give them opportunities, give them hope. I mean, really, the visionary for myself was coming from where I came from, grew up in Los Angeles, California, really didn't have a lot of resources, didn't have a lot of hope. Moms, pops didn't really have a lot of money to help. So sports and ball was my only way out. So I feel like a lot of young black kids, a lot of kids in general, coming from the areas we come from, I mean, to have a guy like myself that knows every step of the way to get there, I mean, why not go touch these young kids' lives, man, to help them and change their lives?
How did it come about? Why Delaware? How did that position happen?
People say why Delaware. I say why not, though. But honestly, last year was my first year coaching high school, and my older brother had an opportunity to get a coaching job in Long Beach, where I went to Long Beach Poly, with the number one high school in America to put, guys into the NFL. So when I had a call, my brother's like, man, I could get a job, but it's in Long Beach, but it wasn't the high school I went to. It was like a rival school. So I'm like, that's going to be hard to do. But when he got the job, I was like, man, you get it, I'm going to come work with you, man. And I got an opportunity to go coach him last year, and I fell in love with it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I played 15 years, and I can't get back to go out there and catch touchdowns. So going out there and helping them young kids and training them, it just, it kind of matched that void that I missed from catching touchdowns to training these young kids. And it was like, I got into it and I fell in love with it, man. I said, man, I got an opportunity to really change these young kids' lives. I got so much knowledge and insight on the game. It would be crazy for me not to give it back to these young guys and help them through every step of their way.
So how did Delaware call? Did you reach out to Delaware or they reached out to you? How did that happen?
So Delaware State actually, a good friend of mine hit me and he was like, bro, you want to coach college football? I'm like, college football? Like, I just played 15 years in the league. You know how my time and just everything in my path, I'm like, I'm chilling, feet kicked up. I'm at the house. I ain't working because, it's a lot. A lot of people don't understand the hard work that goes into being a professional athlete. So when I got the call, I'm like, college football? I'm like, I'm having a heck of a time right now coaching high school, college. That time is crazy. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. Literally like an hour later, I got another call from Coach Clark, who's like a big brother mentor to me. And he was like, bro, you interested in coaching college? I'm like, hold on, what the hell is going on? It's getting crazy now. I was like, man, ain't you in school? Because he's a teacher. I'm like, ain't you in school? I said, man, call me back later and we'll talk about it. So I sat back and thought about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to consider it. And literally less than 48 hours, I'm on a flight going to Delaware. So they actually inquired on me and reached out through a few mutual, guys I knew. And it was like, man, I had to go take this opportunity, man. I said I couldn't pass on it. If it's something I really want to do, and obviously it's changing young kids' lives, I was like, man, I ain't going to pass on this one.
You know what I hate, man? I hate the fact that, like, I didn't even know you coached at Woodrow Wilson High School until you got the job at Delaware State.
For sure.
And I'm like, why the hell wasn't people amplifying that? Why wasn't the media talking about that? Because if you did some bullshit,
they
that'd
gonna
be
talk
all
about
over the
that.
news. Yeah.
For sure, bro. I mean, for me, man, I think throughout my career, man, a lot of, you know what, has followed me. And, you know, I don't like to use the word unfortunate. It is what it is. Growing up, you know, in Los Angeles around the gang culture and, you know, obviously the stigma, oh, he's hanging around with the wrong people, he's doing the wrong things. But throughout my career, like, you know, I've never went to jail. You know, I've never had no feelings, you know. So it's like I'm kind of put in that box just because I grew up and, you know, the guys I do hang around with may partake in certain things, but at the end of the day, that's the culture and that's the nature where I come from. So for me, like, I never turned my back on them. I never made it and was like, you know what, I can't go to Crenshaw and Slauson, I can't go to Crenshaw and Vernon, I ain't gonna go to Leimert Park. That's my areas, and like I love to go back and support and help pull guys out of the area because I know how I feel to be stuck in there and have no hope to go anywhere else. You feel me? So for me, like, I just try to, you know, idolize the guys that, you know, I looked up to. My older brother who's here right now, been having a camera on my face since I've been a little kid. Like, every step of the way, it's always been a vision, and I had people around me that believed in my vision and helped me, you know, push me through every step of the way. And, you know, now I'm able to really put a lot of lights on it. And, you know, Amazon came through and we did a deal with them, and we're going to be releasing a documentary and this fall coming up. So it's just a lot of surreal things going on, and I'm just blessed.
That's what's up. Did you ever feel like at some point, like, this is way before you even got drafted, did you ever feel like doubt because you remember they were saying that you were too small, your frame was too small, you cool, but your frame was too small. Did you ever have doubt?
Honestly, me personally, I never had doubt. I just used all the naysayers and all the doubt to, like, fuel my fire. So knowing I was always the smallest, one of the smallest, but, like, I was always the fastest. So I'm like, my dad used to always say, well, if they can't hit you and if they can't catch you, they can't hit you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I just kind of, every step of the way, obviously, couldn't nobody predict that I was going to be in the NFL for 15 years. Like, the average career in the NFL is 3.5 years. I came in that since day one in 2008. No one would have never predicted me to play 15 years. So, for me, I love the doubt, and right now I'm facing some more doubt. You know, people like, man, he ain't never coached college. Why the hell y'all gonna go hire a Desean Jackson to be a head coach at Delaware State University? And for me, like, there's no shoes that are too big for me. I feel like I could fill any shoe there is made. And obviously, having like a guy like Coach Andy Reid, who was my coach in Philadelphia, Deion Sanders, who's like a mentor to me, you know, I feel like I'm surrounding myself around great people that's not gonna allow me to fail, and I'm not gonna allow myself to fail. So I think the biggest thing about a head coach and being in a position like this, you gotta surround yourself you gotta surround yourself with people to help you be successful. And for me, I'm gonna put some heavy hitters in position. I can't let y'all know who I'm hiring, but I'm hiring some guys that got a lot of experience, played in the NFL, coached in the NFL, and coached at college at a high level. So I'm excited for this opportunity. I was going
to ask, when it comes to recruiting players, HBCUs sometimes have it a little tough, especially sometimes people go to the major schools, right? Because they feel like they get better looks on television.
100%.
And sometimes they feel the facilities are a lot better with training and things like that. So how do you combat that part of it?
You really want to know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm about to come holler at you. You went to Howard. Y'all got that Jordan sponsor,
We went to Hampton. I went to Hampton. The other HU, the real HU.
All right, well. Honestly, man, for me,
it's like ain't no sponsorships at Hampton.
Nah, I got to mix up, but it's all good. Hampton, Howard's all this. Nah, but for real, honestly, man,
you must Howard's ass in basketball and football.
Okay, nah, for sure. Well, I think just with the resources like you spoke on, for me, having a name, having a guy that had the success I had, I think it's a little easier. Obviously, you go back at what Deion Sanders did at Jackson State. He kind of put the plan down. He put the infrastructure down. He kicked the door open for guys like myself and Michael Vick, obviously. I'm sure you guys seen the Michael Vick get the position at Norfolk State.
Absolutely.
So,
Norfolk, yep.
For me, that's like a big brother to me, man. We got a great relationship. I grew up looking up to Michael Vick, and he kind of knocked the door down before I did. But it's crazy because when he called me, it was like, I got an opportunity to either be at Sac State or Norfolk State. He was like, you're going to be my first hire. So at the same time, I was like, I'm interested, but I was trying to like not plan, but like kind of keep him limbo because I knew I would potentially have my own position. So I was trying to really figure it out. But I mean, with them type of names, man, obviously Deion Sanders, Michael Vick, and then you have Desean Jackson, like we set up for this. And for me, I think Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders obviously showed a lot of players that are big that you can go to a HBCU, ball out, and still go to a Power 5 and still go get the NIL money and do everything and still be successful. So I think it's a little more popular now. Before that, I don't see people doing it. Like myself, when I was coming out, obviously I came out in 2005, and I was a big-time recruit, and I always wanted to go to a HBCU, but for me, I was like too big to go to one. But my dad went to Bethune-Cookman. My mom went to Duquesne. So for me, it's just a history, man. It's the culture, man, and I'm pumped up, ready for real, man.
Why don't HBCUs? Well, why don't they have more money to make hires like yours? And how do we increase that? How do we get them that money?
Great question. I think for myself, honestly, if we're gonna talk about money, me being the head coach at Delaware State wasn't about money. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, my career and the money I've made on the field, obviously, is an honor and a blessing. But taking this position, it wasn't like I'm about to take this position and I'm about to become some crazy $1 million coach right away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just a vision. It was the energy I felt when I went to Delaware, the people I met, obviously Dr. Allen, Dr. Hawkins, Tony Tucker, Temeskin Star, who was my guy that actually made this happen. I mean, when I stepped foot on that campus, it was just like the morale. It was like you could tell the people around just wanted to win. They had an eager for winning. It's like in the past 2 years, they won 2 games. I mean, like, this is not an ideal situation for me, but it is because at the end of the day, I know I'm a winner. So no situation scares me. So when I came into that building, that facility, like you said, it wasn't – it's high schools that are better than our facilities.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had a football team until they hired you as a coach.
Damn, that's how you feel, dog?
Crazy.
And I'm lying, but I didn't.
No, that's real. But, I mean, honestly, like, I've heard about Delaware State, but I ain't really know too much about Delaware State either. And Philadelphia is right down the road. I spent a lot of time in Philadelphia. I played for the Washington football team. They don't call them the team I used to play for no more. They the Commanders or whatever it is. Yeah. We don't like that name. But then I played for Baltimore as well, too. The Ravens, my last year in the league. So I'm surrounded in the same area, man. And I really took a liking to Philadelphia because obviously I'm a Cali dude. So when I got drafted to Philadelphia, I played for 6 teams, but Philadelphia is one of the best places I played in, man. So I feel like I'm at home, man. And I really want to put a gate around Delaware, around Philadelphia, around DMV, around Baltimore, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of talent that goes unnoticed, and all these guys are going other places, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I think it's huge, and that was a part of the pitch when I had the interview for the head coaching job. It's like, I mean, you have Deshaun Jackson coming in here now. A lot of these kids, when I was playing in Philadelphia, were kids that were 5, 7 years, 6, 7 years old, and now they in high school. I'm going to go into their house and talk, and it's like, wow, I remember you. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan, so it just makes it a little easier.
My bad. Go ahead. Did your mentality have to change at all going from, like, player to coach?
For sure. Man, how do I answer that one? I think with this situation, obviously, I did have to clean it up a little bit. And the reason why I would say that is because me and LaShawn McCoy, who's somebody, I have a lot of respect for, and is like a brother to me, we was doing a podcast, and you free on that podcast. You can say what you want, you could drink, whatever the case may be. So for me, now being a head coach, it's a lot of things that I was having freedom to do and just relax, just because, you know what, I worked hard, I did my thing, and now I could let my hair down a little bit. So, a snap of a finger, I had to clean up. But I think throughout my whole career it was like that, because when you walk into these offices or you walk into these owners or these coaches, you just can't be in there just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to clean up and you got to portray a certain image. So for me, like, I've been used to that. I know how to turn the switch on and off. And I think the biggest thing is when you lead in a university, you have to be the resemblance of what you want your young men to look like. So, I mean, you just want them to own up to the responsibility of being a young man, to be responsible, to work hard, and just all the characteristics you want in a young man to be able to be a grown man when you're done with them. And I think the biggest thing is, when I walk in the door, I look at these young men like young men. When they leave out that door and they graduate, I want them to become grown men. So you just got to install principles and just let them know. And I think the biggest thing for me is I know what it looks like. I know what the next level wants. I know the things not to do and what to do, because I'm not the perfect pitch. I did a lot of things that, I had to learn from. Yeah. And now looking back, especially the social media space, like, I posted a lot of things when I was young, and the older I got, I was like, damn, I wish I didn't post that. Damn, I wish I wouldn't have showed that. But
But that also shows them that you are relatable too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got stains, you got stigmas, all that type of stuff. So it
don't claim it.
Shows.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't claim it. Just say it's AI.
No,
It's AI.
You don't gotta claim none of this shit no more. That wasn't me.
That wasn't me. I see that.
me. Yeah, nah, for real. That's real though.
Now I know Kevin Hart's your guy.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Hart came up here and he said some things about Delaware State. You have it?
You don't understand HBCU culture. When you went to HBCU, you don't let it go.
Yeah, come on.
You know what?
Let it be known. Where did you go, sis?
She didn't.
Here's your shot.
She didn't go to
I thought
HBCU.
I was trying to.
Delaware State University.
There you
That
go.
is not a HBCU.
Let it be known. It is. What do you mean?
I know where Delaware State
It's a
is.
community college shot.
That's just a bunch of niggas on campus.
We are
Delaware
part of the
State.
Shout out
University.
Delaware State. Do
Yeah,
not
it's just a
listen
bunch
to
of-
Don't do
him.
that.
No.
I know he's a huge Eagle fan. I know you guys are close. Did you call him when you got the job and be like, bro, you got to take that back now?
See, what's crazy is I didn't even know about that viral moment until maybe a few hours ago.
It wasn't viral. Just in Delaware.
All right, well,
Just in Delaware.
just
There and
just
that on
there.
campus. Yeah, it wasn't.
So when I heard about what he said, I reached out to him, and I tried to get him to call in to apologize, because now your little homie is the head coach over there, but he's dealing with all the fires, and I think he's shooting a show right now. But one thing I would say about Kevin, man, Kevin's a great dude and got a great relationship with him. I know he just say things. You know how he is. Kevin just say things.
comedy.
It was comedy.
Yeah,
Kevin just joking.
He just be popping it, but for sure, Kevin's gonna come. He gonna come support. I mean, his roots with Philadelphia and being a huge Eagles fan. He was like, man, what I need to do? I got a building I can put my name on. I'm like, Kevin, yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff you can put your name on. It's HBCU. We gonna need you. So I'm looking forward to building a lot of relationships. Man, I got a lot of relationships with, like Michael Rubin is a guy that I reached out to, and he congratulated me as well too. So just looking forward to pulling our resources, man, and bringing it together, man, because I think we got a big opportunity, man, to change the perspective on HBCUs, man, and I'm stoked. I'm ready to get it going for sure.
When you become a parent, you start looking at your parents different. Like you kind of just appreciate them more and respect them more and understood what they went through. Now that you're a coach, do you feel like that about your old coaches? Because you probably gave some of your coaches help.
I promise I did. And it's crazy because when I was younger, my mom was like, you bad, but your kids are going to be that much more bad than you are. So now, I got 2 sons, 6 and 9, and my 9-year-old boy, he be giving me a run for my money. So I'm like, I feel what you're saying. But it's crazy you said that because I was in the team meeting with the guys and met them for the first time like 2 days ago, and I could just see these dudes gonna give me a run for my money. But it's a good thing because it's relatable. You know what I'm saying? I literally was just in their seats. I know what they want to do, and I'm not trying to sit here and police them. Like, you young man, right from wrong. If you want to be a elite scholar, athlete, it's certain things you have to do. I mean, it got to look a certain way, and it's the nature of the business, and now it's a lot of money involved in these colleges. Like, you able to get paid for it. So I'm able to really walk in there and say, look, if you want X, Y, Z, this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't do it, this Delaware State might not be your fit. And, it's unfortunate, but I want guys that want to do this. I want guys that want to play at the next level. Like, I know what I want to accomplish there. And like I said, I don't got time to wait. We don't got time to mess around. Like, we not rebuilding. We coming in right now. We want to win this year.
Have you thought about that? Like what Charlamagne said, these students might come in there. Some of them might be feeling themselves a little bit, talk to you a little crazy.
Yeah.
When you in the league, you could talk back. I'm sure you could talk to your coach. You might have to go move some furniture. But now you a coach. You can't move that furniture.
You can't move that furniture. But one thing I will say, I think it's a respect level. And I always say, how do you, when you first meet somebody, do you come in there and just expect, or say you got a job or you a boss and you hire somebody, you might have the authority, but you're not just going to talk to them any type of way. Now, you do have certain bosses that do feel like, you know what, I'm going to talk to you any type of way and I don't care how you feel, but is he really going to run through a wall for you? So for me, it's my perspective. If I'm going to come here and ask you to do certain things, I'm going to mutually build that rapport with you before I just come at you crazy and talk to you crazy, because it's how I'm going to expect you to run through a wall for me and I don't know you, I don't trust you. You got to build that before you just run through a wall. So I feel like building that trust and letting them know, you know what, I was once in your position. I know where you want to go.
Relate to them.
Let me help you get there. Follow my steps. I can't go play for you. I did my thing on the field. I can't go play for you. D-Jack can't go on the field and go catch a pass for you. But I can tell you what it takes to get there. And if it's on you to follow me. Like I told my players, I love y'all. And I don't use that word lightly. I said, I love y'all, but it's on y'all to make me not love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So if I turn my back on you, it's because you made me turn your back. It's not because I did anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm coming in with love. I'm giving y'all love. I'm not coming in here trying to be y'all daddy. Y'all got dads.
Yeah.
I got kids. But at the end of the day, y'all gonna respect me. Because if y'all respect me, I'm gonna get you to where you want to go to.
And then a good thing a good way to always humble them is y'all are in Delaware.
Yeah, there ain't nothing out there.
You know, so always just bring it back.
You gonna come? We gonna turn up. You gonna come to the games?
Bring it back.
Jess, you gotta come.
Absolutely.
You might. Oh yeah, you gotta come. Pull up. Come
got
support
you.
it. But there ain't nothing in Delaware, so
No.
they got nothing to do but stay in them books.
That's how you
and play
keep them
ball.
humble.
Yeah, no, for
Right
sure. And
there.
you know what's crazy? So within the past 2-3 days, I've been out there. I've been driving, going to get food because obviously Dover is like everything's on this one strip. So we driving out. I done seen probably like 10 of my student athletes. We driving down there, we in the car. They're like, Coach, I'm like, damn, look, it's another player right there. It's another player. So it's like, it's real close, and it's like, it's family oriented for sure.
You might need that at this point in your life because you say you played
brother.
15 years and you retired. You was quiet, but you still in Cali,
Nah,
so
for
Yeah.
sure.
you're around all your family, your friends.
Yeah.
You might need that quiet life.
Nah, I definitely do, and I think for me, man, it's a great time because those who really know me, after my 15-year career was over, I retired in 2022 when I played for the Ravens. So right when I retired, I got both my kids full time, and their mom wasn't around. So I think that really helped me too, and that really like put some discipline in, you know, because if I didn't have them, I would have probably been traveling, spending money, blowing money. I would have been everywhere because obviously people don't understand. So it's not only 15 years, it's the 3 years before that, and maybe 1 or 2 years before that when I was in high school, because I was a high profile player coming out of high school. So you got to think all them years of nonstop working out, training, this, that, and the third. So it was 2022 when I retired where I was like, I could have really just splurged and just went crazy, but I got my kids full time. So that really helped me sit down, and I was taking them to school, picking them up, taking them to sports and doing a lot of things. So I think last year was like, all right, hold on. I just did that for a whole year. I said, now it's time. I can't be the baby daddy and the baby mama. I said, I got to go coach. Went to go coach with my older brother, Coach Clark, who's in the building. Man, let's give a huge shout out to Coach Clark.
Coach
man.
Clark.
He's a huge inspiration in my life, and not only to my life, man, to a lot of young men. He put a lot of young guys into college, active college players right now that are ballers, man. And I'm excited for his journey because this was a dream come true for him to get this spot in this position. And
He's coming with you.
I made him my assistant head coach, man, because just for everything he meant to me and what he did. I mean, it's a dream come true, man. He's leaving his family. He's leaving his daughters.
Yeah.
He left his school that we just built something crazy that's never been happening in 100 years. And he coming, man. So, man, I just want to tell you I appreciate you, big bro.
Congratulations.
That's what it is, man.
What about
Question, I
LaShawn?
want
What
to ask
about
you something. Like, 'cause, you know, like I said, you know, even with the coaching thing at Woodrow Wilson High School, there's things that people don't amplify.
Right.
I didn't know that you had custody of your kids. Like, because
Yeah,
usually
no,
it's the
for
other way
sure.
around, right?
Yeah,
It's like
real talk.
the dad who wasn't around. Why wasn't the mother around?
So some personal things went down. You know, we was trying to work out our situation, and throughout our situation, I was actually I was playing for the Los Angeles Rams in 2021, and throughout that period of time, you know, we was back and forth on and off for about 6 or 7 years, and it just came a point in time where we couldn't really figure it out. She left, and you know, started dealing with some individual, and the principles didn't align. You know what I'm saying? The guy she was dealing with didn't align to what I was preaching and doing over here, and we kind of just didn't see eye to eye. We didn't talk. We lost communication. And for me, like, I'm a very respectable man, and I understand when you're in a partnership and you have kids with somebody, you have to align. And if things don't align, like, I'm not finna have my kids be around somebody that I can't talk to them or I can't know where their location is, or I'm not going for that. Like, my dad installed principles in me, and I would never turn my back on my kids. So I'm very influential in my kids' life. And, yeah, so it just went, and we didn't talk. And I was like, I'm grabbing my kids. And it was nothing, you know, nothing too personal. But at the end of the day, I just had to grab my kids, man. And that, for me, that was like, I could not be one of them dads that's just not around, man.
And then you got 2 boys. So
2 boys, and I love them to death, for sure.
So it wasn't like a court situation.
Nah, I mean, it almost got to some court stuff, but, like, we really figured it out before then, and so it didn't really have to get messy because, you know, them courts, it's public. You try to hide, you try to close case and all that, and it just kind of got too out there. So I was like, you know what, let me just, you know, get them. And she granted them to me and stuff, and then, you know, we just kind of did like that. But it's good now because now that I'm coaching, you know, she ain't dealing with the dude no more, and, like, me and her is cool now. So I'm like, all right, cool. You're going to help me out. I'm about to get this full-time coaching job. The kids can come back with you, and, you know, where everything's good. So them 2 years, it was tricky, though, but we good now.
Now you're from LA. Is your family okay? We got the fire.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So I'm supposed to be going back Saturday. I'm gonna actually stay in town for the Eagle game on Sunday, but my mom's here. She came in town for it. But yeah, like my family is kind of more on the outskirts, but a lot of people in LA, man, it's crazy, man. I just want to pray for my city, man, and hopefully everything gets handled.
Absolutely.
I just gotta ask, before you leave. The Eagles and Giants rivalry was crazy. I've been to one game in Philly, and I told myself I'll never go back. Just the fans in Philly are different.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They are different. I've never seen nothing like that. I had a baby with me, and they was still.
He said,
I was like, we don't care. We don't care.
Fuck that newborn.
Yeah, fuck that newborn. I'm like, Jesus. But what did you think about the Giants
letting Saquon go?
Letting Saquon go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was the stupidest thing you could have ever did. And what's crazy, I think like so it was like a front office guy who was actually on the Eagles. He worked for the Eagles, and then like he went to New York, and he was in the room because I remember when they was making the decision, and I seen him. I'm like, man, he used to work for Philly. And it's crazy because I'm sitting there listening to what they're talking about. They're like, oh, yeah, he had an okay year, but, we could probably just let him go. Like, we're not going to pay him. And I'm just listening to the conversation. And to see a year later, not even a year later, he's killing at a high level. And I think, sometimes it's just you need that fresh start. You need that energy because, when you're at a team, I hope none of y'all Giants fans, but when you're at
hell no.
I am a Giant.
Never in life.
Can we put a
you know what we talking about.
Saquon signed it, so I got to turn it this way. But
damn, you talking about you?
I'm a Cowboy fan.
Giants ain't even bad, but
that's what I said. Cowgirl.
I'm a Cowboy killer.
My
talk that talk.
You must have didn't do your homework enough because he must not know about these Giants.
I know. My daddy was a Cowboy fan. He is a Cowboy fan. I don't, I'm grandfathered in.
Every year he say he going to Super Bowl. Every year.
That's what they say. My boy, I got a best friend. He was a diehard Cowgirl fan. My bad.
Cowgirl, you said right here.
Cowgirl fan, and like every year, this our year. Then midway through the season, maybe next. I'm like, bro, y'all need to just get rid of Jerry Jones, man. Once y'all get rid of him, then y'all might be all right.
You spoke to Jerry Jones the other day.
I saw him the other day. I saw him in St. Bart's, and I told him, I said, man, we got to get this shit together. And he hit me with some rich white man shit like, well, yeah, we zigged when we were supposed to zag, but it's okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, that's a bad deal.
I'm
Ravens, you locked in. We good.
So.
Lamar Jackson went crazy this year.
He did.
Yeah.
What y'all predicting on the Super Bowl?
I actually think Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
I don't know why I got a feeling about Baltimore.
Who else though?
Baltimore and Philly probably.
Somebody said the Chiefs. I think Eagles gonna get it.
Well, actually, Baltimore. I want to say Baltimore and Philly, but I think Baltimore and the Lions.
I like that. That could be a potential.
Eagles look good.
Yeah. But I wanted to say too, a lot of these coaches are leaving, especially like older white coaches, because they say they can't handle these kids
and NIL deals.
And these NIL deals, and that's why I think it's good for guys like you, because you made damn near $100 million in the league, and I think the one thing that they're missing. Yeah, they might be making some money now, but there's a whole bigger bag to get
it's a bigger picture.
Later. And I think only guys that have done it like yourself can relate to them kids like that.
So that means you support me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Charlamagne supporting D-Jack, man. That's love,
what you mean at a HBCU? Yeah.
We love it. We asked for a helmet, but they said you only have
don't
one.
Worry, I got y'all. We gonna take no, for real. I'm gonna lock in with y'all. Whatever y'all need.
Just, they only have one helmet.
Whatever y'all need.
No, I'm serious. We put a helmet to put them up there. I got my Hampton helmet up there, my HU helmet. I like this. We support the HBCUs.
I thought it was Howard, my bad.
Nah, I saw good Hampton.
And we don't salute Eddie George enough either. They always talk about Mike Vick and Desean.
Sure. Eddie George does his thing over there too, man.
Nah, we definitely come out and support, definitely.
And I saw what Desean said about you. He just like everybody need to wrap their arms around your stuff. Has he always been in your corner like that?
Yeah, Deion's always been a big influential for me, man. I think going back to when I was in high school, man, he used to reach out to me and had an opportunity to sit with him a few times, went fishing with him a few times. Just really pick his brain, man. I think he's special dude, man. Him and Jerry Rice are like my two mentors. So to have two guys like that in my corner, man, every step of the way, even like while I was playing, even before I got to the league. So I mean, that ain't just a post. He's just posting like we really locked in and we got a real great relationship. And he's helping out a lot. Like my thing, I think, in our culture, we don't give flowers to people that really like support us and help us out. I definitely want to give Coach Prime his flowers because he's for the culture. He is the culture. I think he's doing some great things, and a lot of people still hating on him, like at a big level, man. What his sons is doing, like that's a dream come true, man, for any man. And I know they be like, oh, he daddy balling now, he's doing. I don't care, man. If you got an opportunity to coach your kids and see them at the highest level and succeed like that, I hope he become the first pick, man. I hope. You know what? Oh, nah, y'all can't get him. Well,
be third pick.
The Tennessee Titans might be able to do it.
Patriots.
Don't they got the first? Who? The Tennessee
I
Titans.
think Titans first. The Titans and the Patriots, then the Giants.
So
Yeah.
whoever it is, they need to make it a package deal, man. Let the daddy and the coach, man, go in. They probably come back and get Shiloh later on. Maybe get Travis Hunter too. You never know. That'd be
Prime
crazy.
said some slick shit on Wallow and Gilly show the other day.
Yeah.
And I picked it up. He was like,
He on something.
he was like, I would coach in the NFL if I could coach my two
Both
sons
my
on the
sons
team.
together. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I see what he did.
I know a little something. The only way he ain't going back to Colorado is something like that happen. And I know Desean, man. He like that. We might see that. It might be crazy.
I would love for the Giants to pick him up.
Giants.
We
Y'all
need a
blew it.
quarterback.
Y'all won a non-meaningful game. Like, why would y'all?
That
win?
was stupid as hell.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, do y'all ever, I mean, in the NFL, do y'all ever just say, like, there's no sense of winning this game. Let's not win this game. Does that conversation happen?
I can't account for that. I now higher up, potentially, yeah, because they want them number one picks. I believe that happens. But as a player, you go out there playing around, you're going to get hurt. And one injury will end your career. So it's not really worth going out there trying to BS and mess around and tear your ACL or be knocked out on. You got to think, them grown men on that field, they taking care of their families and they want their bonuses. So it's a lot of money riding on them games. So I never partaked in none of that. Can't speak for nobody else, but I ain't never did.
They should have just pulled some of the players out. Like, let's pull him out for this
sure.
play. He's injured. Let's pull this one
meant
out.
nothing for them to win that game.
Nothing.
Like, come on,
We
y'all.
sucked the whole week.
y'all
That was the
three.
first home win.
You feel me? Like, come on, what are we doing?
That's the only game I ain't go to. I'm like, I'm not going again. We're going to lose this one. And they win. I'm
and
sitting in
they
the house
win.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Nah, that's crazy, man.
Ah, man. Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Absolutely. Congratulations again, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Absolutely.
It's
We're
not going to be
we're
an
gonna
Ed
out
Reed
there to support.
situation, right? You're not going
Nah.
you ain't going to end up quitting before the Okay.
No, nothing I do, I quit in life, man.
Stupid.
Give
Nah, we're going to be
everything-
there to support.
Everything all going. I just want to tell y'all, too, man. Y'all been killing it with y'all show, man. Been watching y'all for a long time. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. That's my brother, man.
Yes,
Got a
indeed.
great relationship with him, man. But I been watching y'all and
Appreciate
seeing
it.
y'all do y'all thing, man. Y'all keep going, man. Take it off, man. For real. Take
Appreciate
it off,
it,
brother. Yes, sir.
All
Much
right.
love.
Well, it's Desean Jackson, the new head of the coach for Delaware State Hornets, and it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.